Good morning, friends and well-wishers. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Good morning, fellow friends. Good morning, Eastern youths. Good morning, fellow Biafrans. We cannot deny the fact that Biafra is here. I brought you an important topic of today, which is making its own contribution in the desire of our youth. How do I mean by that? This is the word of God written in the Bible. There is nothing, any culture that does not correspond with the word is questionable and does not exist. So that topic, that important talk of today that I want us to look into in our culture is what I titled here, Divination. Divination has branches and tails. Divination has hands and legs. And this pattern of cultural religion has eaten up the environment so much. But it's also affecting our culture, but it's not part of our culture. Divination is not part of Igbo culture. Divination. What is divination? How do we identify the spirit of divination in our environment? Divination is said to be any method of trying to discover or find out something, trying to discover the cause of something, trying to discover the loss of something. For example, I lost something and I want to find out. I want to find out how what I lost, who took it, and I go to somewhere and I say, they call it ebe. Sometimes it's ebe, a rope. When they hold it, they prepare it, it's divination. You find it among all these 419 DBRs. They are plenty in Ngwa land. Any DBR, any native doctor who you see repented from being a native doctor to join the church has Aguisho Oro. Do you understand? And most of these native doctors enter into 419 businesses. They use it to dupe people, to hypnotize you and then wale you. These are many in Ngwaland, these are many in Anambra. So many of us are into 419 that went into 419, and that is what they now go and do. That is what okay they represent. It's part of that Aguisho, what it teaches them, So in that Aguisho, people, that group of level of divination and all that, they tie it. I want to give you different type of it. They tie it, they call it ebe, and they hold the rope, they throw it, it will hang. Right? Now, it is being controlled by the hand. It can be manipulated. That is not our culture. But it's a fact, a firm and unshakable truth. It can be manipulated. If you, we will go to the scriptures one after the other, because somebody called me and said, do I read Bible? These things that I say, do I read Bible at all? Does my spirit allow me to read Bible? As if there's a different thing from the Bible. What we do is what is in the Bible. And every ordinance, every process we have taken in our culture is in the Bible. Our culture wrote the Bible. The Bible is a manipulated book from our culture. So Igbo man is a man supposed to explain this Bible proper to anybody in the world. That's the truth. Because we were the first civilization, not Ethiopia, not Egypt. Okay? So let's go back to the real discussion. Definition. Then I come, I say, if it is a Mr. A that took this thing, if I throw you, hang. it will hang. If it Mr. A is sharing it with another person, come down. The rope will, you twist the rope, go come. Or you come small. Is a man, is a woman involved? If the woman is involved, come down. These are divination, rubbish, nonsense. The other one, ebenku. You know what is ebenku? A kind of sauce, a process prepared like a bird that folds his hand like this. Then they will hold it. Ebenku. If it is Obi that take this money, open your hand. Ebenku will open. Do you understand that? If Obi share this money with another person, fold your hand. Now let me tell you, material, physical, sensibility, they used to prepare all those are witchcraft lifestyles, not our culture. Now, a common sense will tell you that anything I take, a woman, only two people is in the world, the man and the woman, no other person. So, if you are looking for something in that direction, you missed it all. These are those principles of divination that deceive our people. Okay, I have something. I send a spirit. If you come to make inquiry, it will tell you, Wahare loss, who take them? Hey, my money is missing. Is it my friend in the house that take it? Ebunku will say yes, because definitely somebody took it, and that person is your friend. And you mistake it to be the friend you are living in the house with, not knowing that you misplaced your money somewhere, and the friend took, definitely your friend took it. Now tell Ebenku now, or whatsoever divination power, to call the name of the person that take it, if you say he's a spirit. And now you now go the gaze, the direct that diviner, say wait, the divine for you. Nonsense. Foul. That is its truth. Now in our culture, we are talking about the divination. I've given you so many types of divination, even the ones they use book of my Bible 666 command with a key, Bible key command. You put it. Is it a rotate, Bible rotate? These are divinations. Is it Mr. B that did this thing? If it's Mr. B, rotate. But you cannot ask the Bible, tell us who did this thing, call his name. The Bible cannot speak. These are what we mean by material, physical, man-made demonism, witchcraftism, and that of the papilia culture I mentioned. These are them. These are them. Like right now, in my temple, you can see this is a fish. This is a fish. It's a fish. Now, does it mean if you see this kind of fish, it's a tilapia kind of fish? Now, you can see that even when the sprinkle blood of ritual reach the temple where he is, the blood, you can see the sign of the blood on the body of this fish. And now you come. This fish now is just a wood from Benin. An artifact I loved. I said, okay, I purchased it. Or a gift from a friend. Or, anyhow, this wood is here. And it's a fish. If you now come as I hold it, you will say it's my power. That is where the power is on this is the staff he's holding today. That fish is the power. Nonsense. You're foolish. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're saying. You see. Now, if I want something like a fish to be used for work, this is a fish. It's not a baby doll fish. It's not a candle wax fish. It's a fish carved with wood. Do you know that this fish, as I hold it here now, has life? And a diviner that comes and wants you to use this wood to discover if something is missing or if there is future or not, that is stupidity. I come to this wood. The only way I want is to discover the cause of the future earthquake in Gabon, for instance. Is it true that it was because a question someone asked me on the YouTube? Is it true that it's because the people in which country he mentioned are cursing Jesus Christ? That is why the earthquake happened, as claimed by the Christian. Okay, if that is the answer, what about other earthquakes that we are that happened? Did they also curse Jesus Christ? And you now ask Egbenku, is it because they caused Jesus Christ made it quick to happen? Egbenku will say yes. If it is this the reason I open, Egbenku will open. You say, he sees something, it's powerful. Rubbish, you are an idiot. You are very foolish. You are the most useless person ever on earth. That's the truth. Divination. That is a branch of divination. It is not our culture. It's not Igbo culture. It's not found in our culture. This is just an opener. This is a fish opener. So if you now come to my temple and I use this fish and open this, that man, I know that juju, stupidity, foolishness. I will tell you one scenario of April 1st this year. It's another video. So let's continue. Divination. All right. In divination, another act before we go into the reading, Bible reading and scriptural reading or book of the law reading, we will have to understand these branches of divination proper so that we can know where we are going to. Another branch of divination I want to use to explain it is asking. So anything you do to ask question over an object that does not speak is divination. And then that another thing is afala. If somebody will call me in a afala negi konna. What is afala? What are you afala in there? That's divination. It's not our culture. So if you want a diviner, there is nothing divination has to do with your salvation. It has nothing to do with your exaltation. It has nothing to do with your eternal ordinances. So what is the work of divination in the circle of a culture? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's nothing. So the divination again is checkpoint. That's what we call checkpoint. Checkpoint in our culture is card reading. Card reading. These are diviners. These are divinations. Yes, people eat with it. It fetch them money, but that is not our culture as an Igbo people. We are not into divination practice. Divination practice is not part of our culture. It is a borrowed idea. It is the part of this Aguishoro, Agunshi, and Aguishi applications. These are those witchcraftisms. These are what they are works. So a witch. When you say witch is of different approach. So card reading is part of divination, and that is a witchcraft art. Ebafala is divination. That is a witchcraft art. Our culture is the bow of God. It is for research. It's not for asking. It's for research. It's for direction. It's a compass. That is the eye and the palm. Here, you have an eye here. Every man has eye here. And that eye is the reason why Christ was crucified, to open that eye in the palm and the eye in the leg. No pastor will tell you this. Let me not go there before. Let me not be moved out of what I want to teach you today. Let us return back to divination. It's not our culture. So if you say you want to come into culture, try to find out and know that you are standing on the right path. The culture that has nothing to do with the rock is not Igbo man culture. We are the rock of ages. We are the rock of salvation. We are the rock of all rocks. We are the rock of glory. We are the rock that produces the water. We are the rock that produces honey. That is why we are special as Igbo people all over the world. The first civilization of mankind. Whether you like, believe it or not. That is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now let us go into the Biblia Accra of the acronym of today's discussion. And I want us to cite the book of Leviticus in the Biblia Accra, chapter 19, and then I would like to take from verse 31. Those of you who says, as a native doctor, I cannot read the Bible. If I touch the Bible, I die. I hope you are seeing me now. I want to read from the Bible and then teach you. In verse 31, he says, regard not them that have familiar spirit, neither seek after wizards to be defied by them. I am the Lord your God. You see, the familiar spirit. Those are divinations. Those are spirit of divinations. Now let us look into 20 verses, the same book of Leviticus, 20 verses, and it says, and the souls that turneth after such as have familiar spirit and after wizard to go a warring after them, I will even set my face against that soul and will cut him off from among his people. Leviticus 20. Now let us also look into Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy, we call it Deuteronomy. You know, when we were in the seminary institution, there's a way we read the Bible. We use the Bible as a code in tongue, in a kind of song. We read from Genesis to Revelation. And in that song, what we call Deuteronomy is Deuteronomy. Okay? So in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 10 says, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times of an enchanter, or a witch. You see, these are the things. If you want to read more and more in the New Testament, you can go to the book of Acts of the Apostles, chapter 8, verse 9, Acts of the Apostles, chapter 16, verse 16, Acts of the Apostles, chapter 13, verse 6 to 8, and then you can also get more in the book of the Second Kings, chapter 21, verse 6. You can get it in the book of Isaiah, chapter 8, verse 19. All these areas that I have mentioned are scripturally oriented towards the power and the spirit of divination. So divination is not our culture. We do not uphold our culture. I will teach you that which concerns our culture, which is the bow of God, which is out of it they learn divination. You see, gaze, we don't gaze. We are spirit oriented. We are not magic oriented. We are spirit oriented. Whatsoever all over the world will from here reach you. We don't divine. We don't do what we are not sure of. Whatsoever work we do, a spirit that will prepare the work will come down to tell us how to do it, who to do it to, and where to do it for effective results. We don't gaze. Okay, I oversaw a native doctor, which they say is a witch doctor online, who took an ordinary egg. You know, he took an egg and was commanding the life of the INEC boss, Yakubu Mahmoud, and say this egg is your life, and break it upon one useless thing or the other, and that is it. I laughed at that. You see, such a material in our culture, the egg will be prepared either by the substance of Trinity. There must be three things added to that egg before it can be effective to transmit life. And for it to transmit it, you will not smash it upon where he smashed it. You have to take it to a road, because Yakubu Mahmoud or Yakubu Yago, whatever, and man must run on the road anywhere he is. He must run on the road. Did you understand? And then your command can reach him. These are the levels. No, so when I look at it, I say, see, now, people will say there is light in it, or when you see us doing it, it looks as if we are of the same cadre with them. No, we are not of the same cadre with them. Before an egg is moved into power, a substance must be added, rubbed upon that egg to create. Are you getting me? What you want it to create, because there is a life in that egg, and you are transmitting the life. So the witchcraft way was what he did, but the cultural way which Igbo man has, if we want to send you to ash, it is, we have to add the ash, you know, into the egg, and then rub it together with the egg. Now the egg is no longer egg, now it's a different thing. And when you see it, you looking at it, you say it's an egg. There'll be egg he used and something happened. Well, how he prepared that egg, you don't know. So because you can see how weak, the weak sublime of authority that was displayed in the act of that man who called himself a spiritualist. I don't even know his name. I don't even know where he says, but I say that these deceitful approaches towards cultural activities and traditional religion is what we are here to sanitize, is what we are here to make improve, it's what we are here to ensure that the right thing is done so that our environment will be a good place for all, for the yet unborn, and for visitors as well, who will like to be partakers of our glorious way of life unto eternity. I wish you well. Subscribe with us, Eastern Youth Networks. On YouTube, it will take you to our platform. At AMADIOHA_IMU on Twitter, will take you to our platform. Chukwuemeka Charles Amanze is my name on Facebook. Follow our reels and help us to understand where we need to serve you better. Thank you very much. See you in our next video.